Hi, my name's Morrison. I've been fostering full-time for 2 years. I decided to become a foster carer, obviously with my family's blessing, around 5 years ago. Initially it was respite, and around 2 years ago, full-time. Before our family started fostering, I guess we worried a little about the impact it would have on our family, amongst other things, on our life, on our extended family, on our house even, and also what kind of problems that the children may bring with them that I didn't understand. I did research a lot, but obviously nothing is like the real thing when the children come, and they're all very different. Since fostering, the impact on perhaps our extended family and friends, initially I guess they all thought we were a bit mad and that they could never do this. But most of them were well aware of my love for children and to help more children and do fostering. So they were very supportive. They were all very supportive in their own way. And especially immediate family, grandparents and parents and brothers and sisters were just fabulous. Our family, since fostering, have, in some respects, I think, become even closer because we've dealt with things we wouldn't normally have to deal with. And yes, I think it's definitely brought us closer, and we talk more, and I think because we're bringing children into our home, we're almost stepping back in time and doing things that we used to with our own boys, like play parks and beach and zoos and things like that, where our own sons are perhaps a little bit old for. So it's kind of bringing joy into our life, and without it even being Christmas or birthdays or anything, it's every day is just noisy and fun and laughter, and we wouldn't have that otherwise. I think children coming into foster care, as opposed to what it was years ago, orphanages and the likes, it allows the children to be part of a family. However the setup of that family is irrelevant, really. I think it's, if there's love and there's trust and there's set meal times and routine, and the beauty of what we've seen, yes, it's hard work, and there's possibly been a few tears down the road too, but it's what we get back from fostering is to see a child flourish and be happy and do things they wouldn't normally do, that involves confidence and things, and so I think it's a necessity that children have to have an option of foster care, because it's possibly what they've lacked up until that point, and it's definitely something they need to be part of a family. Fostering, it brings many rewards. It does. It allows you to see the children growing up, flourishing, gaining confidence, gaining trust. And it's lovely to watch. It's lovely to watch after a couple of months of, perhaps they see a stranger where they would normally run over to a stranger. They don't. They stop and they turn around and they look at you just for reassurance. The trust all starts building up, and it's just lovely to be a part of the whole process. Yes. When children leave our family, it's difficult, and it's a very odd feeling, because you know that they will go eventually. But one thing you do hope is that you've made a difference, depending on where it is they're going from our care. You hope it's to better things, and you hope that they take away things that you've told them, and just things to look out for in life. I think sometimes you'll have a child that comes into your life, could be any age, but in this particular instance, the little boy was 11, almost 12, and he was quiet and always quite distant. And you know, we tried with the football and all the usual things we do with the children, but he just looked quite sad. When it was time for him to go, I gave him a little hug and dropped him off, and he handed me a little bit of paper, and I went to read it, and he said, no, read it when you get back home. So I did. I drove home and I opened a little bit of paper in his own handwriting, and it was just really heartwarming to know that we'd made a difference when we didn't think we had. And the little note said that he'll miss everyone on the farm, and he'll miss the farm, but most of all, he'd miss me, and that he would come back and see us when he was older. And it was lovely. I had a little cry after that. It was lovely. If someone was to come and ask me my opinion on being a foster carer, and that it was something they were thinking about, I would definitely say go to the next step. Find out more about it. Don't leave it too late. You may have your own children, you may not have your own children, but discuss it with your family and go along and have a chat at one of the social work meetings that you can go to, and ask away, ask lots of questions, perhaps even get in contact with another foster carer in your area. And it's not scary and it's not daunting. It's I've never looked back. I've never looked back from being a foster carer, and if I could turn back time, I would do it all again.